In traditional development, the line between executable code and inert data is absolute. But generative AI and dual-use foundation models collapse that boundary entirely. Natural language prompts function as executable inputs. In a large language model, these prompts directly dictate the system's core logic. Similarly, model weights are no longer passive configuration parameters. They execute logic and determine outcomes in the exact same way a compiled binary does in a conventional application. Because data and code are now mathematically indistinguishable, the standard access controls of a CI/CD pipeline are completely invalid. CI/CD stands for Continuous Integration and Continuous Deployment, which is the standard automated sequence for building, testing, and shipping software. Its traditional code sanitization steps simply do not apply to neural networks. The immense scale of foundation models compounds this problem. Weights, training parameters, and user queries form a closed interaction loop that defies traditional static analysis. Treating training datasets and model weights as passive assets leaves the system exposed to critical vulnerabilities. Securing these models requires a complete architectural overhaul of the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, which is the industry standard framework for planning, creating, testing, and deploying an information system. This systemic risk reached the federal level, resulting in Executive Order 14110, which mandated strict new standards for safe and secure artificial intelligence development. The order specifically directed the Department of Commerce and the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, to create a companion resource. Their objective was to patch the existing secure software development framework, known as the SSDS, to account for generative models. The result is NIST Special Publication 800-218A. This framework provides specific practices to isolate and secure individual AI model components throughout the development pipeline. Executing these new NIST practices presents a major operational hurdle. It requires an immutable cryptographic lineage tracing the origin of every dataset and model weight, a capability standard software tracking tools lack. The solution relies on the modern Software Bill of Materials, or SBOM. An SBOM is a formally structured list of all components, libraries, and modules required to build a piece of software. Specifically, this lineage is achieved through the architectural overhaul of the SPDX 3.0 standard. Securing an AI model for production strictly requires mapping the targeted interventions of NIST SP 800-218A using the granular telemetry of SPDX 3.0's new AI and dataset profiles. Traditional software engineering protects distinct, human-readable source code repositories. Machine learning operations, or MLOps, the practices for deploying and maintaining machine learning models in production, manages massive, opaque datasets and millions of parameter weights. This split-screen diagram illustrates the architectural differences. On the top, the traditional SDLC moves in a linear path from code to build, test, and deploy. On the bottom, the MLOps pipeline relies on data sourcing, fine-tuning, reward models, and deployment. Looking at the bottom diagram, we apply NIST task PS.1.1. This directive mandates that model weights, processing pipelines, and configuration as code must be stored under the strict principle of least privilege. PS.1.1 dictates a critical structural constraint. Reward models must be stored entirely separately from the primary AI models and their base training data. The framework recommends preventing all direct human access to model weights within the execution environment, relying exclusively on automated tooling to prevent tampering. Moving out of the storage environment and into live operations requires implementing NIST task PO.5.3. Back on our diagram, PO.5.3 shifts the defensive posture away from static repository scanning. It applies a continuous monitoring layer over the model APIs and execution behavior, generating immediate threshold alerts for suspicious activity. Because malicious parameter tampering is nearly invisible to traditional vulnerability scans, securing the environment requires isolating weights and APIs with significantly higher protocols than compiled software. With the storage environment locked down, the focus must shift to the algorithmic fuel of the model, the training data. Traditional compilation relies on highly structured, verifiable libraries. Generative AI relies on massive, dynamically scraped, inherently untrusted datasets that can easily carry disguised, poisoned information past standard perimeter filters. This diagram shows the required defense. We must place a NIST PW3.1 checkpoint directly onto the data sourcing node to intercept microscopic compromises. Task PW3.1 mandates analyzing all incoming data for signs of data poisoning, bias, homogeneity, and tampering before it is ever consumed for fine-tuning. Approved methods include automated anomaly detection and data filtering. However, the framework emphasizes utilizing a human in the loop for exploratory data analysis to catch complex adversarial patterns. Defense alone is insufficient. NIST Task PW3.3 requires a proactive, offensive approach within the dataset itself. Returning to the sourcing node, PWC.3.3 mandates the intentional, systematic inclusion of adversarial samples directly into the training and testing data. Training the model on these adversarial samples structurally improves its downstream attack detection. It forces the neural network to recognize and safely process malicious inputs during production. Without rigorous sanitization and cryptographic provenance of the data, the resulting model weights are inherently compromised. This raises a critical question for DevSecOps, the practice of integrating security testing at every stage of the software development process. How does an organization mathematically prove that dataset sanitization and weight isolation actually occurred? Historically, SPDX version 2.x functioned as envelope data. It was useful for simple software packaging, but lacked the granularity required for machine learning models. This diagram illustrates the architectural overhaul of SPDX 3.0, which transitioned to a Resource Description Framework, or RDF, data model. RDF is a standard for modeling information that represents data as a web of highly connected, multi-directional nodes, rather than a flat hierarchy. This decoupled independence allows elements to be expressed individually. It makes it simple to communicate single points of interest across a complex AI supply chain. The 3.0 specification also introduced a profile system. This expands the framework's use cases far beyond traditional software, adding distinct metadata categories without bloating the overall complexity of the standard. Focusing on the graph, we see the new dataset profile. This is designed specifically to record the exact preparation process, characteristics, and access methods of the training data. Panning over to the AI profile, we find the telemetry utilized for capturing the specific concepts and data elements related to the AI system and the final trained model weights. Leveraging this RDF structure, security architects can independently verify the cryptographic hash of a fine-tuning dataset directly against the deployed model weights, sealing the supply chain. The Linux Foundation stewards the SPDX standard to secure this global supply chain at an enterprise scale. The relationship between these two frameworks is highly specific. NIST SP 800-218A provides the mandatory architectural practices and physical isolation protocols. Our secured pipeline diagram shows how SPDX 3.0 provides telemetry. Using JSON LD formats, it delivers machine-readable attestation that NIST practices were executed. Watch as tags for AI and dataset profiles map perfectly onto physical checkpoints, proving compliance at each node. In the modern era of generative models, an AI system's security is entirely dependent on its cryptographic lineage. Failing to track the exact provenance of training data or the integrity of model weights results in a system that cannot be trusted by its acquirers or end users. For AI system producers and acquirers, integrating AI-specific SSDF practices and SPDX 3.0 telemetry is no longer an optional compliance exercise. It is the absolute baseline for deploying foundation models in production environments.